Welcome back everyone, and thanks for joining. This is Sean McAfee, and today we are in for race 11 of 12 in the Morning Grind Fondo series, which takes place every Wednesday morning at 4:45 a.m. CST. This week the race turns to the recent UCI Championship venue of Innsbruck, Austria, and the ZWIFT-specific Innsbruckring course. Before we get too deep into the race, let's take a quick look at the course. The Innsbruckring is a 5.5-mile loop with 252 feet of climbing per lap. Sounds simple, right? But just wait, there's a kicker. That 252 feet of climbing hits you in the teeth like a sock full of nickels. This course is largely flat, with nearly all but the wall weighing in at just 1 to 3% incline. After 2.5 miles, the real climb starts with a false flat, a drag of about a quarter mile that leads to a bridge over the river, and then the main event. The wall has an average incline of 7% and averages around 1 minute in length for the regular B and C racer. But you're not quite done, because once over the top you have just enough time to recover before being hit with another short kicker of 4%, and then coasting the final 1.5 miles to the end. This map and race overview courtesy of VeloViewer, not a sponsor. Check them out this week as you prepare for your next race. As typical, the race starts with its usual cornucopia of agony and suffering, a minimum of 5 minutes near top effort just to hold on to the wheel of the pack. This race starts at 4:45 a.m., so I'm rarely able to get in enough of a warm-up before it really kicks off. I was extremely surprised this week to be at the front of the pack with relative ease. My guess is the heavy hitters I'm racing against are saving their energy for the 4 climbs up the wall. At 2 miles into the course, the hammer starts to drop. We descend a small roller, stringing out the group and finally separating the races. I stayed in a strong position in mid-pack, directly up behind several of the racers that I know to be dangerous. And then, disappointment and disaster.
Damn it!
I guess this is the ZWIFT equivalent of a DNF due to a mechanical. As we hit the cobbles, the road noise was just too loud. I began trying to adjust the volume, which only resulted in the ZWIFT app crashing as we hit the first round of the wall. Unfortunately, with no way to reboot, rejoin, or re-engage the race, this was the end of my morning. Now I will say I'm no stranger to a mechanical DNF. I'm a mountain biker, and I've DNF'd races for all types of reasons. From a sheared off rear derailleur, a flat tire, or a broken chain. These things happen. It's part of the sport we love, and the more often that we race, the more often we open ourselves to these outcomes. That said, there are some excellent advantages to a DNF on a ZWIFT race compared with your standard outdoor race. Number 1, there's no waiting for a SAG vehicle or having to hike 3 miles out of the rough terrain. Nope, not here. Instead, I got off the bike, put on a comfy sweatshirt, and immediately got another cup of coffee. It's 4:45 a.m. after all, and I've got a full day at the office after this. Unfortunately, with me no longer in the race, I can't comment much on how the remainder went. Results of this race showed Team Type 1 continuing to remain a dominant force in the Morning Grind Fondo B category, with Matt Kors placing first and Paul Buckland in third. A great job to the rest of the Dirt team as they dominated the top 15 and put our own Dustin Elliott in second place. Next week, we wrap up the Morning Grind Fondo series with a trip up the Watopia Epic and the Radio Tower climb. Finally, I just want to say thank you to everyone that expressed their encouragement for last week's video and the positive atmosphere that we have here in our Dirt Facebook page. DIRT stands for Dads Inside Riding Trainers, and you can find out more about our team by going to facebook.com/groups/ZWIFTDirt. We are a community of dads finding the balance in life between the sport we love, our families, and our lives. Now, as we end this week, let's all jump aboard the hype train for the upcoming release of Season 2 of the Morning Grind Fondo presented by Draft and Dirt. Matt Gardner and his team have promised details coming very soon, and I personally can't wait. I look forward to you joining us next week as we race week number 12 on the mountain.